just got off the bus in Manobier, ready for my daily walk, and I'm hoping to get to Amrock today. And I've met these two people who I met in the pub last night. And your name's Eric?
I'm George.
You're George, and
I'm Angie.
Angie, and this is your dog?
This is Alfie.
Alfie, and that's your daughter's tea room in the background.
Yes.
I was just saying, I wish I'd known that there was here, that they do breakfast at 10 o'clock, because I like to have a big breakfast every morning, you know, 1,500 calories, and that sets you up for the day, you know.
Good surface breakfast
really good
there.
Breakfast,
Yes, well,
excellent.
I'll bear that in mind, probably for Monday morning, actually, possibly.
10 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so, do you do some walking yourself then? Have you been avid walkers over the years?
I walk round the coast path with the dog.
Yes.
But today I put my back out, or the other day I put my back out, so just have a short walk through the fields and up the lane.
Well, walks are walks, aren't they? I mean, it's exercise, and it's good exercise.
Yeah. I used to years ago do a lot of hill walking with my father.
Yes.
In Scotland and around.
Right.
Yeah.
And you live in the village here?
Yes, yes.
How long have you been here?
Well, I've lived here since I was 11.
Wow. So that's
on and off.
What, about 10 years?
She's not going to tell you how.
And I came back in 1999 and bought the shop up the road.
Yes.
The Nisa shop.
Yeah.
And then we've just stayed here.
Oh, that was lovely. I went in the Nisa shop last night. A very nice lady in there.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
Jackie.
Just went and got a few bits and pieces that I needed. I need some bacon and some beer.
Yeah. Essentials.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure meeting you, as I say. I could well be in the pub again tomorrow. You know, if it does rain like it says, and these friends arrive from, I think they're from. No, let me just think where they're from. They're somewhere in Cornwall, somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Or Devon, or somewhere in that direction. No, I know where they're from. They're from. It's Wiltshire. It's near where the big festival is. I've forgotten the name of it now. Wells.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, lovely place.
And they're coming up for the weekend, so I'll be meeting them as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, lovely to meet you.
And you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get as far as I can today.
I'm sure you will.
All the best.
I'm all revved up and ready.
Ready to go.
You've got your camper van here now, have you?
No,
that's
came
at
on
Penally.
the bus.
I've just got off the boat.
You come off the bus.
I'm camping at Penally, and I've just got the bus back here.
Yeah.
But I'll be walking through Penally on my way up towards Tenby.
Yeah.
Okay,
You'll enjoy it.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck, Tim.
Thank you very
Nice
much.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you. just a quick hello to David and Tracy, who I bumped into again. I can't remember quite where it was we saw you.
Dale, yes.
Dale, yes. That's right, yes.
Yeah.
And are you doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing great, thanks. We had to go back to work sadly since we last saw you, but we're back here again. So
for a weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, well.
Good to get here.
Well, have you still got my card?
Yes,
Yeah,
we've still got
Well,
your card.
you've got my phone number on it, so if you fancy a beer tonight, give me a call.
Okay, yeah, great. Thanks, Jim.
And where are you heading?
Just doing a circular walk, to be honest with
Right,
you.
right.
So we'll end up back in Manobier.
Right, oh, that's very nice. Okay. Right, well, great to see you
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the walk, Jim.
Bye-bye now,
Yeah.
thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
I'm not making much progress this morning. I've moved again from Manobier just a little bit further up and bumped into another wonderful couple. And your name is?
I'm Wendy.
Wendy.
Jason.
And Jason. And where are you from, Jason?
We're from a place called Waterloo, which is near Cardiff, Philly.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
You sound as if you've got more of a West Country accent.
I am actually. I'm a Swindon lad originally, but I work in Bristol.
Ah, right. So right,
Yeah.
that's the sort of Western accent.
That's the one. Yeah,
And the
definitely.
same with you. You.
No, I'm Cardiff.
You're from Cardiff,
Yeah,
right.
Wales. Yeah,
I was talking to somebody this morning saying that Cardiff's about 100 miles away. Would that be right?
around that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
quite encouraging actually. I thought it would be more.
Yeah. Big city. Yeah.
Yes. I'm looking forward to going again. I used to go there quite a few years ago before, and I'm talking about in the 60s and 70s when, in honesty, it was a bit of a dump, just like Hull was a bit of a dump. But they've changed, like in the same way as they've changed Hull
Yeah.
dramatically with this city of culture business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really tidied it up, and you
Yeah.
expect a port to be a bit untidy, don't you?
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to going to Cardiff and seeing it.
Yeah,
in the
Cardiff
different-
Bay and everything. It's all up and coming. It's
It's
really
cosmopolitan.
nice.
It's a
Yeah.
cosmopolitan city. It's so diverse. It's really good. If you haven't been for a long time, you'll love it.
Yes,
The Cardiff Bay is stunning with restaurants, bars,
Yes.
lots to do. Walk around the barrage.
Yeah.
And of course you've got the Millennium Stadium with all the
Yes.
streets and the shopping facilities. St David's Centre. It's fantastic.
Yes,
Really,
that's
really good
right.
place.
Really nice.
Really
It
good.
was like when I walked through Liverpool, how that's improved over the
Yeah,
years. I don't know if you've
yeah.
ever been there, but
No.
what
No,
a
I've
job
never
they've
been.
made now. You know, where the ferry crossed them, you know, the Jerry and the pacemaker, Jerry cross,
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
where that sets off from.
Yeah.
You would never believe it was the same place.
No, they
And
spent
going
a lot of
across the river, it's almost like looking at kind of New York sort of in the back. You know, they've really tidied it up. You know, I'm really
It's
pleased.
a good place.
So is walking on a weekend one of your things then? Do you?
We try to
do
like
like
to because
to,
where we
yeah.
live, we're very lucky. 'Cause we live in a little village,
Yes.
and we're surrounded by mountains and hillsides. And the Brecon Beacons is only 40-minute drive from us,
Yeah.
Wow.
so we're quite lucky where we are.
So you've got plenty of places to
Yeah,
get
we
some
do.
practice and some walking and keeping you
Penavan,
fit.
that's a one for you to do.
So who's that? Which one?
Penavan in Brecon.
Right.
That's a good walk up
Yes.
there.
I've met a lot of people who've done this. What we call it, something way. It's like from north to south. It starts more or less at the Severn Bridge and goes
Yeah.
up to Prestatyn.
Oh right, yeah.
Offers Dyke, as they
Yeah.
call it, and it's about 220 miles. I've met several people who have done that.
Gosh.
The Welsh people.
Yeah.
Chepstow, that's it. It starts
Yeah.
at Chepstow.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's a nice
So
place.
where are you heading today then?
Manobier. We're going to go to Manobier,
Yes.
and then we'll have some lunch and
Yep.
we'll see what happens from there. Really,
Right.
we'll either decide to walk back or we might get the bus,
Yeah. Well.
depending how we feel.
See
from
how
the
our
pub.
legs feel.
Yes. Well, of course you've got these sort of shuttle buses as well
That's
in
right.
this part of the world, and I
Yeah.
used them with really good effect. You know,
Yeah.
and I think they're wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I mean I'm a pensioner, I can't use my bus pass here, which
Okay.
is a bit of a disappointment. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can
didn't
use
know
my and now I've got a railway line back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a 30% discount with my senior rail card, but
Yeah.
I can't use the bus pass.
It's
Oh,
the train,
I
the train
would've thought,
station.
yeah.
There's a train station in Manobier, isn't there?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you can get
Yeah.
the train straight through to Penelli and
Yeah.
Yes.
Tenby
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that.
I was talking to somebody who caught it from Swansea, and it took over 2 hours to get from Swansea to Milford Haven, it took over 2 hours.
Yeah,
He
there's a lot
said
of
it
stops.
stopped at every single station.
It's like every 5-6 mile, every village.
Yeah, that's right.
Pull that back in, which is a good thing for villages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is,
It's
absolutely.
positive.
Second string to the bow as well, isn't it, for the commuters
definitely,
and stuff.
Definitely, so it's a good thing and it's encouraging.
Well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you
Yes,
two people.
thank
I could
you,
stand
yeah.
here and talk to you for ages.
Yeah,
You know,
really nice.
Yeah, and it's lovely. And you've got a card now. Keep in touch, and,
Yep.
and I hope we meet again one day.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah,
Thank you very much
definitely,
indeed.
yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
It's 12:45 on Saturday, the 16th of September. And I'm just sitting having a break. And as you can see, I've been talking to quite a number of people already this morning. Obviously, being Saturday, there's a lot of weekend walkers out here today, as well as 1 or 2 people that I've met who perhaps a little bit more serious about doing some longer distance walks. But all very interesting people, all very friendly, and it's fantastic. I must say I feel an awful lot better today than I did yesterday for several reasons. When I was at Angle, staying on the campsite there, Gary, who was kind of the caretaker guy, gave me some really fresh eggs. In fact, they were still fresh, they were still warm. And stupidly, I got half a dozen of them and made a big Spanish omelette of all sorts of bits and pieces that I'd got left over, chucked it all in, and I really paid for it the following morning, to be honest with you. I had quite a bad stomach upset, and as a consequence of that I didn't eat anything, and I walked all day yesterday on an empty stomach, and I started to run out of energy pretty quickly, and stopped short of Penally, which is where I wanted to get to, and stopped instead at Manobier. But the good thing about that was, well, there was a good thing and a bad thing. Actually, I missed the bus, which means that I had to ring another taxi, which was the second taxi of the day, to take me back to Penally. And I had an hour and a half to wait in the pub, which was dreadful. But seriously, I met some fantastic people in the pub. The landlord, John, was the lovely guy. I only had a couple of beers and I really enjoyed the company, and I was quite exhausted when I got back to the van in Penally, and I was in bed and tucked up in asleep very, very quickly and had a good night's sleep, and I do feel much better for it. The other thing that went wrong yesterday is that I was wearing boots which I'd worn for the first time the day before, and they were really starting to rub my little toes and my feet were getting quite sore. So today I resorted back to a brand new pair of trainers, and my feet do feel so much better. I've only worn boots once in this whole journey, and that was on the second day of the walk when it was been torrential rain and it was a thick muddy path along the River Humber, and so I'm back in lightweight footwear, which does make a difference when you're up and down these hills, and especially with brand new ones where you've got a really good grip, and that's important. So today I've got no idea what's going to happen again. I couldn't leave the campsite this morning until after 10 o'clock because that's when the office opens, and so I booked another night, and I've also booked tomorrow night as well, because the weather forecast for tomorrow is wall-to-wall rain from dawn till dusk, so I won't be going anywhere. On saying that, I've had a message from a couple that I met the day I had my little boating accident, which would have been last week, when I fell out of a canoe. Pete and Les were the first people I spoke to. They're from Wells in, I'm not sure whether it's Somerset or Wiltshire, and they're up here for the weekend, so I might meet up with them for a spot of Sunday lunch tomorrow where it doesn't matter if it's raining. But today I'm going to try and get as far as I can. There's a good bus service and a train service that'll get me back to Penally, and I'm not in any rush to get to Amrock particularly. If I make it, great. If I don't, there's always Monday, and I'll be continuing. So I'm looking forward to just a nice steady walk today. It's a little bit windy, but it's nice temperature, it's not cold, and the wind's behind me, but it is again still a little bit difficult to video, but I'm doing okay. So Let's go. So we're just north of Lidstep Haven now, heading towards Tenby, and I've met these lovely people. And your name, sir?
Paul and
Paul
And Jane.
and Jane.
Yes.
And so you do you spend a lot of time sort of doing one-day strolls around on, or you know, this particular coastal path?
No,
or?
we're just here for the weekend.
Right.
And then we're going into Mid Wales,
Oh, right.
which is home territory for me.
Right.
And we'll do a lot more walking there as well.
Oh well, that's
and then
very-
back home, which is the other side of the Severn Bridge in
In
Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire.
Oh,
Home
right.
is Gloucestershire.
Right, but you've obviously got an attraction to this part of the country. Have you been coming here for years then?
You have, haven't you?
I have,
For,
yes. Family holidays.
How many years? Go on.
How many years?
No.
Probably 70 years.
70, really?
And
No.
nearly 70 years.
Nearly 70 years.
Because my aunt had a cottage here at a little place called Evile Wen, and the name of the cottage was Hamdden, which means leisure. And even in 70 years ago, you were allowed a bit of leisure. which is
Wow,
fantastic.
that's very nice.
Hamdden, Evile Wen, Clynderwen.
Yes. What's impressed me is the friendliness and the hospitality of the Welsh people. I've experienced that all the way down the coast. You know,
Yes.
they've been they've been absolutely wonderful people. And
Yeah, well, she's very friendly as well. She'll stop and talk with anyone. Yes.
Yes.
Well, yes.
As long as they haven't I hope they haven't impeded your progress.
No, not in the slightest. It's been a pleasure to meet all you people, and I love the place. I love it. Okay, well, it's been a real pleasure to meet you.
And yeah, best of luck for the rest
Have a
of the
lady
journey.
speaking
Thank you very
Welsh
much.
to you.
Thank you. Yeah, bye-bye.
Should it be?
Hello.
Yeah. I saw those ladies earlier. Actually,
All right,
they're
right.
just on a bit of a hike.
Yeah.
But yes, I was saying it's. I mean, doing this film, it's been a combination of three things. First, the walking is one of my major hobbies. Filming and making videos, I've made loads and loads on YouTube, and thirdly, meeting people, and I've met people from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know, some wonderful people.
Yeah.
And not that it matters, but I would say that maybe 50% of them were German people.
Yeah.
There's an awful lot of Germans and
Yeah.
Americans here.
There's a lot
Yes, who
of
like-
Fitz Germans.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Right,
and
right.
we met a couple of Dutch
Yes,
people
there-
this
yeah,
morning.
there's,
Yes.
there's a few people from
Yes.
Holland as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
they like the hills.
Yeah,
Dutch
they
people
do
like the
indeed.
hills and the coastline.
Okay,
Yes.
very nice to say hello to you, and enjoy the rest of your day, and remember tomorrow the weather forecast is dreadful.
Yes.
We will do.
So I'm going to go for a Sunday lunch at Manobier. There's a really nice little pub there,
All right.
and
Yes.
Yes.
have a Sunday lunch and a couple of pints, I think.
Well, that
Yeah.
I
sounds
think I deserve that.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Good.
Bye-bye. It's 5 o'clock now and I'm sitting at the bus station in Tenby waiting for the bus, the 5:20, which is going to take me to Penathy, which is the way you pronounce it, not Penally, Penathy apparently, back to the campsite. It hasn't been as long a walk as I wanted to do today. I ran out of energy again, even though the wind was behind me, and there was some quite steep climbs, but not too many. But I just feel as if there's not something wrong or anything like that. I'm getting a slight pull from my groin, and I think I had a bit of food poisoning yesterday, and it seems to have weakened me. I had plenty to eat this morning and lots of carbohydrates, and I've drank lots of tea all day, and my stomach is feeling better. But I'm going to head back now and do some editing, and it looks as if tomorrow is going to be an enforced day off. Because we've got a very poor weather forecast tomorrow. They say it's going to rain all day, dawn till dusk, which will allow me to get quite a lot more done in the van and the editing, and I'll be able to post yesterday and today off to YouTube. So that's about it for today.